What up, y'all? It's your girl Brooklyn, and this is for the people in the back.
Hey, what up for the people in the back? It's your boy Rubyn. What's going on?
So, for the people that don't know, this is our little podcast where we talk all kinds of shit. We started this podcast because Rubyn and I apparently hate everything that everyone else loves. So, Trey Elliot told us that we should do a podcast talking about it. So, here we are.
And he's not here yet. He's late.
Yeah, Trey late as fuck. I'm about to say he the blackest one here, but I didn't mean that as far as skin color. I just meant that as far as stereotypically black. But being the light skin, I can't say stuff like that.
Well, speaking of light skin and dark skin, let's get right into it. So Chris Brown is in the news yet again. No surprise there. Because I guess apparently he dropped his new album, Indigo, and there's a line in one of his songs where he says, I only fuck black.
I only like black bitches with nice hair.
With nice hair.
Like that.
Yeah, so that got all of Twitter and social media just all abuzz. And so now they're saying Chris Brown is, practices colorism and he hates black women and all of that. But he's been clapping back, though, and it's been kind of funny just seeing him clap back. Like, he's been going on people's Instagrams and commenting long posts and stuff. Hey, auntie.
I'm trying to spit my gum out because it's really ghetto to be on a podcast chewing gum, but I can't find tissue. Oh, thank you, Jal Judah, for saying that my braids are flawless. I actually do them myself. Thank you.
Actually, your braids actually do look nice.
Thank you. Anyway, so back to Chris Brown. Chris Brown is ignorant as fuck. So first of all, I understand because a lot of people are like, well, he got a preference. He got a right to have a preference, which is correct. He does have a right to be have a preference. Mm-hmm. But some preferences are better left unsaid. Like, everyone has a preference, but if it sounds discriminatory against your own race and ignorant as fuck, you should probably just keep that preference to yourself. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I mean, honestly though, too, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I haven't heard the song, but just seeing the lyric, it's hard for me. I mean, it's a bad line. It says black bitches.
Yeah.
But to me, like he said nice hair. He didn't say good hair. Because usually when black people discriminate about hair, we say good hair. Right. We don't say nice hair.
But that's what he meant. But you know what?
I mean, that could have been. And like I said, I don't really know. And at the end of the day, I don't really care. But yeah, like just when I read that line, I'm like, I don't think he meant good hair as in like nigga naps and stuff.
That's exactly what he meant. Think about his track record. Who are the girls he been with? Karuchi. Rihanna. She got white people hair.
Yeah,
Rihanna. I don't know if she has white people hair, but it's definitely not. Like,
but she light
black
bright.
Hair.
Yeah.
She light bright. It's fat. And then like all the girls that you see him posting that he's with, they're always like little light-skinned girls with fine hair. I'm not going to say if it was nice or pretty hair, but it's a finer texture. You know what I mean? But my problem with people are, because I personally didn't really get mad at what he said because I know Chris Brown is ignorant as fuck, so I put nothing past him. Like, I expect foolishness from Chris Brown every once in a while.
I mean, it's expected at this point. He been been foolish since since his first incident with Rihanna. So it's he's the bad boy, so it's expected. But I mean, I don't know. To me, it's just funny though, because it's like it's just kind of funny seeing black women talking about, we about to cancel Chris Brown. I'm like, but he's y'all monster though. Like y'all the ones that's been propping him up all these years. You know what I mean? So it'd be like we finna cancel him. It's like it's like the nigga been here. Like, he not going nowhere. Y'all gonna be mad about this week, and then something else gonna pop off, and then you gonna forget about it. So
my thing is, the funny thing to me was Chris Brown was like, I want to fuck black bitches with pretty hair, and nobody got mad till he said nice hair. They ain't get mad about being called a black bitch. Like, I'll be a black bitch, but wait a minute now. What you say about my hair?
I'll be a black bitch. That's fine. But what do you mean with nice hair?
Yeah, wait a minute now.
I draw the line at nice hair now.
I was like, y'all are so stupid. Like, that just doesn't even make sense. That's why I was like, you know what? I'm staying out of it because all of them crazy. Chris Brown is crazy, and the people who get mad about it.
It's like, it's whatever to me. I'm like, hey, man, he Chris Brown. He gonna do what he do. So it's really kind of irrelevant at this point.
Shout out to my sister, Nice Naughty, BKBC. She's tuned in. What up, Lisa?
Kenny Banks says the music industry been doing that for years. All the video chicks light skinned. That is true.
That's true.
That is true.
I mean, the thing about it where he messed up is saying it, because there's a lot of preferences, you know.
Yeah,
once you vocalize it, it kind of makes it messed up. Because a lot of people have preferences, and a lot of people's preferences and tastes are really ignorant.
But also, though, too, just to kind of play devil's advocate a little bit, preferences only get demonized when men voice them. Women voice their preferences. See, look, I knew she was going to disagree, but like when women voice their preferences all day, every day, and nobody bats an eyelash.
Nah, one of my friends was just talking today about how Serena Williams had voiced that the white dude she married treats her better than any black dude ever treated her. And people were in an uproar.
No, I remember that. Only people who were mad were black men. But black women were like, it's whatever. I remember that was going online. A lot of black women were just like shutting it down like, no, it's whatever. But let a black man be like, or not even black man, but let a man say, I don't like fat chicks.
Yeah.
Everybody will be up, this fat shaming. How dare you not like fat women? Like, they're women too. It's like, okay, but I ain't got to smash every fat woman just because.
But my thing is, like I said, everybody got a preference, but you ain't got to vocalize it. Sometimes just keep that shit to yourself. If you don't date fat chicks, then don't date a fat chick. But you ain't got to be like, I don't fuck fat bitches. Like, that's just not what you say. And another thing is, like, because somebody was saying, well, Lil Wayne said he don't fuck with nappy-headed hoes or some stupid, ignorant shit that Lil Wayne said. And they were like, how come nobody mad about Lil Wayne? And my argument was, most of the time when people get mad about someone voicing their preference, they're mad because they weren't listed as that preference, and they probably wish they had a chance with that person. But ain't nobody think about Lil Wayne, so nobody give a shit what his preference is. Nobody want him.
I mean, that's my thing too. Like, I never get mad if somebody be like, I don't like black dudes. I don't like this. Like, if I'm not what they're looking for, I don't get mad because it's like, okay, I'll find somebody who do. But like people, I think also too, I feel like this outrage that people get from people voicing their preferences, it comes from, I feel like society has made us feel like we're entitled to, like we're entitled now. I feel like today's society is like, you can't tell nobody no. Right. And like, because we live in this world now where it's like, you have to please everybody. Right. Everybody has to be in this utopia where everybody likes everything.
Yeah, and I think that's really stupid.
Yeah, so,
There was a whole thing where like there was a post on Facebook, a transgender person posted that people who don't want to date transgender people are transphobic.
Oh, I've been seeing that dumb shit all the time.
That makes zero sense. So that means like, if you're straight and you don't date men, are you manphobic? Like, that's the same thing. Like, that is a real preference. That I don't find discriminatory, because that is like a gender preference.
Yeah, I mean, like, as a man, you don't want no dick in your mix at all if you don't want that. You know what I mean? Like, like it's just what it is.
Even if the dick ain't there no more, it was there. It was some point.
You know what I'm saying? It was there. And just, as a man, you just don't. You know, as a straight man, you don't want dicks anywhere near you.
Like, if somebody dip their dick in your cereal, you ain't gonna want to eat it, even though the dick ain't in there no more.
But
right?
See, but then you have like certain LGBT members be like, oh, it's homophobic that you don't want to eat the cereal because somebody put their dick in it.
That's ridiculous. Sometimes the LGBTQ
they be stretching.
People they be reaching. They be doing don't do that.
Like I ain't gonna lie. Like, I feel like LGBT, they've been reaching with this Lil Nas X thing, because I've seen more posts and comments about the alleged homophobia that Lil Nas X is experiencing than the actual homophobia. And yes, there are people out there that are, talking shit and, being mean about him coming out or whatever. But I've seen more comments on the homophobia than the actual homophobia, which makes me think that the homophobia is very limited. It's not as big of a deal as they trying to make it. You know what I mean? Because most people I've seen have just been cool with it. It just more so just been making jokes about it, which I thought was, just the whole Old Town Road making jokes on that and shit. But most people don't really care.
I agree. I personally, I do believe Lil Nas X is gay for sure, but I personally believe that he came out for the attention and marketing value.
Oh, because, Last Day of Pride,
and Old Town Road is and
his album just dropped.
But it's probably about to start to ease down. So he was like, you know what? Let me throw something out there to get them talking about me again. Yeah. But anybody with 2 ounces of sense already knew that man was gay. When they said that before he became famous, he ran a viral page that stands for Nicki Minaj. That's a gay dude. Like, I mean, I know straight dudes like or lust after Nicki Minaj, but they ain't standing over Nicki Minaj and making Twitter pages. Yeah. That boy wears shiny cowboy boots and stands for Nicki Minaj. That's a gay dude. So I don't know why anybody.
Yeah, like I don't know no straight man that be out here standing for Beyonce. Like niggas be like Beyonce cool, but ain't nobody standing.
Yeah, they be like, yo, Beyonce cool, Beyonce fine as hell, but they don't be like, oh my god, Beyonce, I'm about to make a Twitter page for her.
Nicki the same way. Like only gay dudes really be caping for her like that. You know, like niggas talk about her bars. You know what I'm saying? But like ain't nobody gonna make no fan. Like ain't no straight man about to like just make a fan page.
They ain't gonna be standing for it. He had a whole like viral fan page for Nicki Minaj. So I was like, if you ain't know that dude was gay, you stupid.
I mean, for me, it was like, I ain't gonna lie, I was kind of taking, when he said he was like, oh, he's gay, okay. But he was like, oh, you could tell because of the way he was dressed. I'm like, nah, because like niggas be dressing wild nowadays. And like, you know, Migos be dressing, you know.
Niggas gay too.
I mean, they might be, but
I don't know about all of the Migos, but like niggas like Lil Yachty and what's that other dude that was?
Lil Uzi Vert.
Yeah, that's who I meant, Lil Uzi Vert, not Lil Yachty. No, but there's another rapper.
Young Thug.
See, I ain't even had to say his name. I didn't even describe that nigga. I just said it's another rapper. He was like Young Thug. That nigga had on a dress on his album cover. And I'm not saying just because you wear a dress that you gay, but just because if you wear a dress, you probably most likely are. I mean, there's some maybe eccentric dudes that might wear a skirt, but most likely, especially when it comes to black people, because black people don't, like black men, they don't really play that game. So if a black dude got on a skirt or a dress, most likely...
No, we not a comedian starring in a movie.
Yeah. Like, if they playing Medic... Well, like, that's the bad thing.
Oh, yeah,
if they playing, what? If they playing Rasputin now, I don't know. You know what I mean. Like,
okay, Big Mama, because we know, you know.
Yeah, you playing Big Mama, right? You might not be gay. You just got on a dress for this movie. But when you got on a dress for your album cover, you probably... dabble. And ain't nothing wrong with that, but I'm just saying.
Definitely.
Yeah. So, all right. So, speaking of comedians, we watched the Mike Epps special over the past couple of days. I forgot what it was called, though.
Only One Mike.
Yes, that's exactly what it was called. So, you really loved it. You thought it was like some hilarious shit. Yeah, man. So for Trash or Pass this episode, I'm going to give Mike Epps special a pass. That shit was fire. And this is the thing, I'm not a big Mike Epps stand-up fan. I love his movies. He's hilarious. You know what I mean? And he kills it on the movie. He's a great comedic actor. His stand-up has always just been, it's been so-so to me because he's always just been kind of like he like lunchroom barbershop funny to me. Exactly.
But and he was the same style that he's always been, but in this special, it was just like it was on like another level though. Like that shit was so hilarious to me. Like I watched it twice back to back, and I cried laughing both times. Like that shit was hella good to me.
So you give it a pass?
Oh yeah, it's a pass for sure. That shit was real good.
I'm really surprised because you usually hate mad stuff like me, and you and I tend to hate the same things.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to say this right now. I did not hate it, but I did not think it was hilarious. I thought, because I think personally that Mike Epps is a funny-ass dude. He got funny-ass movies. He's just naturally funny.
Definitely.
But I felt like his stand-up special was not very well thought out. It almost had a freestyle vibe to it. Like, he reminded me of, like, when you go to your grandma's house and you be hanging out with all your cousins and you got that one stupid cousin that just be up making everybody laugh with his shenanigans, just doing anything stupid. Like, this is how she walk when she do that, like, just doing silly stuff.
Yeah.
The whole special was that. I felt like I was at my grandma's house with my cousins. And I actually, after I watched that special, I didn't love it. So I decided to watch the previous. I don't know if it was the previous special, but he has another special on Netflix.
Oh no, that one was horrible though.
I like that one better.
Oh my god, that one was hard.
That one was funnier to me. It made me laugh a couple of times.
What's funny is I actually saw him do that hour live at the Comedy Store. Mm-hmm. He did that same hour live when he just popped in and did a spot, and I think his special had like just dropped, so he did the whole hour, and it was funny live. But then when I went and watched it on Netflix, I got like 15 minutes in, I had to turn it off. Like, it was not good to me at all.
But you know what? Even though I like Mike Epps, I'm going to have to trash the new special. And I'm going to tell you the number one reason why. Because when I watched the old special, Mad at them old ass jokes was in the new special. He did get mad of the same.
Really? Because the ones that I heard,
I didn't know you could do a special, the same special.
Well, because I know that last special that he did, he had to do new material. Somebody told me that like Netflix told him like, yo, if we're gonna give you this money for a special, you got to do new material.
Yo,
but somebody else told me though, that in this one they said he only repeated like 1 or 2 jokes.
First of all, I didn't know that when you did a special that you was allowed to do any of the same jokes.
Have you not seen
like 4 of the same jokes?
Have you not seen D.L. Hughley specials?
Actually, I haven't.
Oh, if you watch D.L. Hughley specials, he repeats the same material from like DVDs back in 2001. Like he repeat like the same. As a matter of fact, his last special that he did like 15, 20 minutes new material, and then like the rest of it he went right back to like old. Like just old comic view style jokes.
I really did not even know you were allowed to do that. Like,
I mean, you like can if nobody really noticed.
People because he did the same special twice. Like Mike Epps didn't do the same special twice, but I saw at least 4 jokes. And see, they stood out to me because I had just watched his other specials, so the jokes were fresh in my mind. I'm like, wait a minute. For a second, I checked to see if it was the same special I was watching. I was like, am I watching the same?
I mean, but no, that shit was funny though, man. Like, you didn't laugh at the haunted house.
I did. I mean, I'm not saying it was whack. Yeah. He had some funny moments, but I guess maybe I went into it expecting more, and I didn't get what I went in there expecting. A lot of people hyping it up for you. Nah, I just really like Mike Epps. So I was just going like,
I've never, oh,
here it's Mike Epps. Like I was just hyped in general.
I went in with no expectations. I'm like, oh, Mike Epps dropped a special. I'm like, let me just check it out. You know what I mean? I'm like, just let me see. And I was just like, yo, that shit was like, when it was over, I was like, damn, that shit was good. Like,
I thought it was okay. And I mean, Mike Epps is way more established and veteran comedian compared to me. So I know a lot of people like, bitch, you ain't got no room to talk. But look, I'm talking as a fan, not as a comedian. I'm talking about as a fan and a spectator.
I feel like as comedians, like people like kind of, even within the comedy community, like people always try to tell us like, oh, we can't judge comedy and comedy specials because But it's like, but we're still, like, people forget that, like, we're still fans of comedy just like everybody else. We just happen to do comedy. Yeah. But we're fans like everybody else. So we have our opinions on what we think it is, too, you know? I'm
very careful with that. And for the most part, I keep my opinions to myself, especially when they're negative. I just won't say anything. But I really don't have a negative opinion about his special. I just didn't think it was like the best thing I ever saw. I expected more just because I love Mike Epps so much. Yeah. Like anything I see Mike Epps in, I'm going to watch it. Like a movie, a TV show, anything. I'm like, oh shit, it's Mike Epps. I'm going to watch it. Yeah. So when I saw that he had a comedy special, I was all in, and it just didn't live up to the hype that I gave myself.
I mean, for me, it's not like the greatest special on earth. Right. But for me, as far as it being like it was a special though. It was quality. And like I say, it was funny like beginning to end. And to me, specials have just kind of dropped in quality lately, like because they kind of give them to everybody, and anybody. And so to me, this was kind of like just a breath of fresh air because it was like a special that was like, oh, legit funny. You know what I'm saying? It was just solid, and that's why I liked about it because it was solid.
I thought it was okay. How'd you feel about Wanda Sykes' special though?
I feel like hers was okay. It was.
You know what?
Maybe we're not as good, as compatible as we thought we was.
Maybe we're compatible about everything except comedy.
No, I mean, it was straight. No, it was good. I laughed. Don't get it twisted. Like, I laughed. You know what I'm saying? But it was all right. I mean, because she told it. I mean, it was a few jokes that was just kind of... Like, one joke she told, I done seen on memes. And I was just like, okay.
You know what? I've been seeing a lot of veteran comedians doing jokes that I see on memes. I'm wondering if they making these things up or if they literally getting them from memes. Because I know a lot of people have the same ideas and the same thoughts. But I'm like, are they getting these jokes from memes?
Yeah, but also too, it's like the joke is just that common. You know what I mean? Like it's not. So to me that means like it's not that good, so to speak. If it's something you can find on a meme.
Yeah. No, some of them memes be hilarious. No, once it's on the meme, it circulates too fast. Yeah. So you can't put it in no stand-up.
Yeah, but she had a few jokes on there. I was like, I done heard that on a meme.
I just like Wanda Sykes' comedy because it's very intellectual. Like her talent, her comedy is thought-provoking and she's a smart comedian. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like
I like the one joke she did. She was like, "Black people we're not taught how to play."
Oh.
That shit was funny.
That was funny.
It's like we always told stop playing, so we don't know how to play.
We don't play. Yeah, that was funny. And you know the thing that had me weak was when she imitated the dude riding the Segway.
Oh yeah, that shit was funny.
That shit had me rolling.
Yeah, that was funny.
Yeah, that was really funny. I really liked.
I enjoy her special. I did. Yeah, it was solid. It was solid all the way through.
I just thought it was really smart, and I appreciate smart and clever comedy. Mm-hmm. Don't get me wrong. I like the stupid, just clown shit too, but I really do appreciate intelligent.
You know, I think that's why I like Mike Epps though, because his was just silly.
Yeah,
and it was just, but it was fun though. It was just like fun and silly, and that's what I liked about it.
That's true. It was just fun.
Like you just laugh. Like I was just laughing because it was just so stupid. I was just like, bro, like this was like the shit about his daughter. Like he was like, I'm gonna have my dick out when my daughter's friends come in. And him,
that's disgusting.
But him acting it out though, it like was hilarious. And him like looking, oh here they come, and then he like go get ready, like. That shit was hilarious to me.
I think that part was only funny to dudes. It gave me the creeps. I was like, a dirty old man. But it was fun. I was thinking that his special should have just been called On the Stoop, because you just feel like you on the stoop with your peeps and cracking jokes.
Yeah, that's how stand-up has always been to me. He's always been like just the barbershop nigga, the lunchroom nigga, you know what I mean? He's
probably a fun dude to hang out with just on a regular day with you and a bunch of people.
Yeah, but it's like, but even Chris Rock said, though, that Mike Epps is a better comedian, but Chris Rock is a better writer. So
that makes sense.
Yeah, like to me, I feel like if Mike was to really like put some effort behind the pen though, he like his stand-up would probably be like on like some Chappelle type shit. You know what I mean? Because he's a great performer, because he performed very well on that special. His performance was very good.
You know what comedian I think is slept on? Tony Rock. That nigga is mad funny.
Tony is hilarious.
He is mad funny. Yeah. And the thing I admire about him is he thinks very well on his toes. Like, his written stuff is funny.
Yeah, but he's good. Yeah, he's good with his, like, crowd work and being on his feet.
Is impeccable. Like, I love watching that dude.
You know, his crowd work is off the chain.
Yeah.
Shout out to Tony Rock, man. That is the homie, too. Yeah,
shout out to Tony Rock. I think Tony Rock is amazing. Like, I've watched him enough to, I'm like, is he one of my favorites? Like, when it comes to that crowd work, I'm like, Tony Rock is a beast.
Yeah, definitely.
I think D-Ray Davis is pretty good with crowd work, too.
Oh, D-Ray is, like, probably, I would say for our, for our generation of comedians and stuff, he's like the king of crowd work. Yeah. Like, he's like a monster when it comes to, like, just, like, getting, like, house laughs off of crowd work.
Every time I watch D-Ray, like, when I go to Monday Ray's, his Monday night show at the Improv, I don't just watch, like, I study that dude. I'm like, this dude his crowd work it's like magic. I'm like, he really just thought of that on the fly. Like, he's amazing. D-Ray and Tony Rock, those dudes are dope when it comes to crowd work. Yeah.
Another one who's a beast at crowd work, when I saw him live, I was 18, I went and saw him live, was Sinbad.
Oh, really? I don't think I've ever seen Sinbad's crowd work.
Sinbad live is a fucking monster.
Okay, like, I have to go see Sinbad.
No, like I wasn't even laughing because I was just studying, because I was just he was at the I was in Atlanta. He was at the Cobb Energy Center. It's like a theater that seat like, I would say at least like 5,000 people, something like that, and it was packed. And he did like 90 minutes. Yeah, and then. But, like, I would say he did, like, 75, 80 minutes, and then, like, the last, like, 20 minutes, he was just like, all right, so what y'all want to talk about? And then the audience was just yelling stuff out, and then he was just, like, riffing, but he was getting house laughs, like, and he was doing, like, every 10 seconds, he was getting house laughs.
See, that's what I need to work on.
Yeah,
like, my written shit, I could kill the room with the written, but I feel like the crowd work intimidates me a little bit. You know what I mean? I need to work on that.
What gets you good with crowd work is hosting. Hosting builds that crowd work skill, because when you're the host, your job is to get the audience in the mood. Yeah. Because you have to set the tone for them. Yeah. So usually what you'll do is you kind of play with them and stuff just to get them, get them in the mode. Yeah. Like, I know for me, like, when I was hosting at the Comedy Store, that my crowd work was like sharp, because every week I was, you're flexing that muscle. Right. So, like, if you get like a hosting, if you get to host on a regular, you constantly gonna flex that crowd work muscle, because usually when you feature, look who it is.
Well, look what the cat dragged in. Trey Elliot.
Mr. Late himself.
Late ass.
Don't like you was on time.
but yeah, like hosting. Yeah. Really flexes that muscle though.
That's smart. You know what? I'm gonna have to hit up Flappers, because I have a relationship with Flappers, so I know like if I hit them up and tell them I want to host some shows, they'll put me on. So I definitely need to do that. Like I posted a couple of shows at Flappers, but not enough. And I need the practice. I need to practice my crowd work for sure. Like that's the thing that intimidates me a little bit when it comes to my stand-up. Like I've dabbled in it, but I haven't like jumped all the way in.
You know that crowd work used to scare me too when I first got started. But once you kind of learn what it is, because you kind of like, to me, it was even when you really master crowd work is when you're able to use crowd work to segue into your joke. That's when you truly mastered it.
You know what I mean? It just sounds so natural, and then your jokes sound like you just made that shit up. Yeah. Like, oh, that's a beast right there. Like, she's amazing.
Oh yeah,
she's amazing.
What we talking about?
Yeah.
All right, so we
say that again. Let me make sure your mic is connected.
What we talking about?
There you go.
Yeah, so we were just doing trash or pass, and it was Mike Epps Special. Only one mic.
What do you
I gave it a pass. She gave it a trash.
I gave it I'm looking at the reviews. Everybody's talking about it was like how epic it was. For me, it was just good. It wasn't like the greatest.
Yeah, I said that too.
It wasn't no greatest, the most special thing.
No. For me, it was just hella funny. I just cried laughing.
Yeah,
it was just silly.
Heard a couple of bits similar to mine. Did you? Nah, it ain't that.
I was saying that I heard he did about 4 jokes that I heard on his previous special, and I was saying I didn't know you could repeat jokes on specials. I didn't know that was allowed.
To me, it's. I mean, Mike Epps is one of the few comedians that really makes me laugh when I see him live, like at the comedy clubs and stuff.
Yeah,
I love seeing him live.
The other day, he had me rolling.
Yeah, he's very natural. Like I said, and I came in at the end. I heard you guys talking about the crowd work and improv, and you could tell that Mike Epps don't really have he's structured, but he's unstructuredly structured. Yeah. Meaning he just go from topic to topic, no real transitions, no real segues. And that's how he is, period. And I like his funny. His funny caters to, it's just like the funny dude at the barbecue.
He barbershop. He's just a nigga at the barbershop funny. Yeah.
And I was saying that I feel like when you at your grandma's house with your cousins and you got that one cousin that just be clowning, that's what he make me feel like. Yeah.
That's Mike all the way.
Exactly.
So, I'm not going to trash it at all. It was funny, but it wasn't epic.
Right.
No, it wasn't epic for me either, but I just remember just watching. I just was just like, "Yo, this shit's so funny," because it was just so funny to me. And
that's just random shit.
Yeah, but it was just hella funny though. Like it was just dumb shit. Like I remember, when he did the iced tea joke, that shit had me in tears.
Oh, that was funny. Yeah.
He was just like homicide, 2 bodies.
Yeah, that was funny.
He sounded just like
like it was just like he just did dumb shit like that.
Mike is funny even when he does the walk. Like, you see somebody and they walking away and they start doing that walk.
You talk about trading places.
Rubyn was mad at me because I said that I liked his previous special better.
Mike,
I thought that was funny to me.
Not underrated, never faded. The last Netflix he did a couple years ago. It was like 2016, 2015.
Oh, I don't.
It was a couple of things that
that one.
To be honest, I don't watch too many people's specials.
You don't?
Nah, I don't. I really don't.
I do. I enjoy watching specials just because you kind of see where the state of comedy is at.
Yeah.
Certain people I just watch because I love them. Like anything Wanda Sykes does, I'm watching.
I saw Wanda Sykes special, but I'm not a big. I'm just going to watch everybody's special.
Right.
I'm just. Really
I don't watch everybody's special, but like when the greats drop one, like Chris Rock, Chappelle.
Yeah. I watch those.
You watch.
I really like Tambourine. Did you guys like Tambourine?
Tambourine was good. I like Tambourine.
You ain't like that?
You know what's funny? I saw it live. I was in the front row. I saw it live at the Dolby.
Saw it?
Yeah, the Dolby Digital.
Yeah, I saw him when he was working the material.
Yeah, I saw it live, and I loved it live. But when I went back and watched it on Netflix, it didn't translate to me. It was just all right to me.
Yeah. My thing was I appreciate Chris Rock for that Tambourine. I saw he did something different than what he did.
I liked it.
You know what I mean? Before.
Yeah, I liked it live. It was amazing. And then, but yeah, like I said, when I saw it I sat and watched it on Netflix. I'm like,
but that's how it is with a lot of comedy. You watch it live, it's like, yo. And then when you watch it,
it's kind of like a music concert.
TV or whatever, it don't really have that much of an effect as it had when you watch it live. And that's in my opinion. Like, even when I watch my own shit. When I watch my shit on YouTube, I'll be like, it's funny. The audience, you clearly hear the audience dying.
I mean, but also, and plus comedy is a live it's a live thing because it's an energy transfer.
That's true.
So you know what I'm saying? Because you're transferring energy with the audience is transferring energy to you. So it's a live exchange. And obviously when it's on film, it doesn't always you can't get that.
Yeah. You know what I hate? I hate when I do a bomb ass show, right, and the audience is dying. And then they send me the tape, and they didn't have like a mic in the audience, so then it don't sound they're really laughing.
I just recently saw that clip on the Laugh Factory Instagram page.
Yeah.
That's what's
Shout
up.
out to the Laugh Factory.
Oh yeah, I did see that. Yeah, congrats.
That's huge.
Thanks.
That's good exposure. Did you get a lot of followers?
I did. That's how I knew they posted me. Because I went on Instagram and I was like, where the fuck I got all these followers from? It was like, follow. I was like, who are all these followers? And then when I scrolled a little down, it was like Laugh Factory tagged you. I was like, and then I went on there.
I got one on there that got over 1 million views.
Dang.
Nice. I got a lot of followers.
Yeah, mine is at like 600,000 views, I think. But I ain't get 600,000 followers. I probably got like 400 new followers. But that's pretty good over
I don't even think I got that much.
Yeah, and that was just over the past like 2 days.
Yeah.
So I thought that was pretty good. And then they had mad comments. Like at first I was reading the comments, but they got too many followers. So it was too many. It was like 800 comments. I'm like, I can't read all of these. But
I had like 1,100.
Yeah, but it's so funny how like different people just have different opinions. Because some people were like, yo, she's hilarious. I love her.
But that's another thing. Comedy is so subjective.
Yeah, and then other people was like, this is dumb. She sucks. And then people were like, she's awesome. She's terrible. This somebody was like, what are those stupid pants she has on? This one was like, I love her outfit. I'm like, it just taught me that you really can't take comments seriously. Like, just take the ones you want.
Yeah.
And let the other ones go. Because you'll just be mad for nothing. Because there was mad people saying that I suck, but there was mad people saying that I was great.
It's always, when it comes to the internet, there's always more love than negativity. Just the negativity is just what you read.
Yeah. But I was just happy that people were commenting, whether it was good or bad. Because I just be thinking about like some of the right now, the two black comedians that are like at the top of their game right now, they get the most hate. Think about it. Kevin Hart and Tiffany Haddish. All I hear is, she ain't funny. He ain't funny. I can't stand him. I can't stand her. So I'm like, look, I'm in good company. Whether y'all like me or don't like me, if you're talking about me, that's all that's important. As long as you ain't getting no real stupid negative attention like you done sang at the Trump inaugural ball and nothing like that. But if you just got on some stupid looking pants, if people talking about your pants, you doing good. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, I read the comments of my stuff and
I just couldn't keep up. It was too many.
Some hate or people are like, typical racial humor. And I never really read a comment where it's like, this guy is horrible. Like, they don't never comment on. They comment on the dumb stuff. Like, the joke that I had on the Laugh Factory Instagram page that got over 1 million views is my toilet paper joke. Mm-hmm. So people were just like, he doesn't know about periods. We have periods. This asshole doesn't know about
but anytime you do jokes about like stuff, people really be getting into their feelings.
Yeah, like my joke, one of the jokes on my Laugh Factory were about home drug tests. And I was like, why would you need a home drug test? You know if you on drugs. And they're like, she don't know what home drug test is for. And people were like, it's a joke. People she knows what a home drug test is for.
Those are the people you don't want at your shows.
Like, those
are the people that you don't even really want to,
But you know what? I looked at some of the people who were saying, like, this is stupid. She's dumb. She doesn't know. And you know what? The majority of them were teenage white boys. So I'm like, okay, that's not my demographic. I'm not appealing to, like, teenage white boys in Idaho or whatever. But whatever. I don't care. Right. But it was funny. It was just interesting to see because that was like the most comments I ever got on anything. So I really got to see like what's out there and what people are really saying. You know what? You know what I mean? Because like the only other thing that I got a ton of comments on were my parodies. Those were like music video parodies. It wasn't about my stand-up. So that was like the most feedback I've ever gotten on that large of a scale. So it was interesting. It was like a case study.
Gotcha.
No.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right, so what do we got on the agenda next? Oh, so there's a girl who the cops are apparently looking for licking the top of Bluebell ice cream and putting it back in the freezer.
She need her ass beat. I'm sorry.
All right, so what happened? She opened
the Bluebell ice cream, licked the top,
put the top back on,
and
put it back in the freezer.
And then
put this in the 7-Eleven, a Ralph's.
They don't know where it is.
They don't know where it is. They just know it's in like San Antonio, but they're trying to find her. And she said that she had the flu a week before, and she's trying to spread the flu, and she encouraged other people to do the same thing so that they could start an epidemic.
Just disgusting.
What's wrong with
what young white girl did this?
No, this is a black girl.
That's what made me mad. I'm like, you fucking bitch, you're ruining everything.
Like, we are trying to get reparations, and you setting us back.
You over there licking Bluebell ice cream.
Now they gonna subtract the ice cream.
Yeah, man, like this is some bullshit, man. She need her whole ass.
What news source was this on?
I hope they
it was a video. They went viral. Somebody uploaded a video. It was like, hey, bitch, lick it. She was like, and then she put it back. So it's.
And then like people started tagging Bluebell, like you need to sue her because she compromised your profits.
But also too, Bluebell need to put some fucking seals on that ice cream. Like Ben and Jerry's got the seal.
Yeah, and so does Haagen-Dazs. Let me tell you what the dumbass
we shouldn't be eating Bluebell ice cream anyway. I barely even heard of it.
Well, it's not out here though. That's why it's not a. It's probably like in the Midwest on the East Coast. And
but
down
let me tell
south.
you what these dumb ass motherfuckers said. The Bluebell people said that their ice cream is safety sealed because when they make the ice cream, they freeze it really hard, so it's the freezing seals it. But I'm like, nigga, if it starts to melt,
ain't that safe because she pulled it out.
She pulled that shit right off. Then they talking about, well, you can tell if it's been tampered with because if someone pulls it off, I guess it like buckles the top or something like that. I'm like, nah, y'all need to put some
y'all need to get some plastic on it like Ben and Jerry's. Okay?
I ain't never eaten that until they get a plastic seal.
So that went viral along with it. Did y'all talk about the cucumber?
Oh man, I only saw
them in jail.
Did we talk about that?
Nah.
The cucumber challenge?
No, we haven't talked about it yet. No.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a good segue.
They need to put them in jail too because they sucking on cucumbers and putting them back. I
just saw one video on Twitter. It was very disgusting. The two girls. It was like
the cucumber challenge started with the girl who was sucking a cucumber. Correct?
I just saw the video.
She put it like down her throat, right?
Yeah. She put it all the way down her throat.
I just saw the one video where it was like these two black chicks and some black dude. It was like looking like a rap video, and they was just like dancing and twerking and putting the cucumber. It was like in a Walmart and putting the cucumbers.
But if you're gonna do that, buy the cucumber. Don't put it back. That's why I'm only eating the individually wrapped cucumbers now.
So I don't eat cucumbers anyway. So what do we think about the shorty that's doing the whole thing with the whole cucumber going viral?
I think they all need to go to jail.
I don't know what's wrong with these hoes in 2019. Like it's just like I just don't get it. Like, I don't get the need to showcase it. It just seems stupid to me. Like
I'm a foodie and a fat bitch. So as soon as you start fucking with food, I want you to go to jail. I want them to go
for me, it's just like it's one thing if you was like in your room recording yourself, but like to be at the grocery store and shit. Like
she's in a car. The shorty who went viral was in her car.
Oh,
okay. Well, then she cool. But like but it's people like people now like in the grocery store doing it. And it's just like, what is wrong with you?
What up, Prep Curry?
Yeah.
Oh, what up?
I mean,
wait, hold on. Shout out to Prep Curry. He makes some dope ass tracksuits, and this dude he sews them by hand, and them shits look so pristine. It looked like he sent them to a sweatshop.
First of all, Prep. First of all, Prep is a real life ninja. I don't know if you realize that, and he has an 18 pack, and every muscle in this dude's body shows. And
I met him at Hip Hop Squares. He's a dope dude.
I saw a workout video with him, and I was like, I want to work out with you. Then I looked more in the video. I said, you know what? Never mind. This dude is a beast, man. I mean, a beast. So,
that's
funny. Man. So shout out to Prep. What's going on, bro? Let me get some of them. Let me get some of them gear, man.
Yeah, some of them track suits. Hook us up.
Yeah, what's up, man?
They're dope.
Hook Ray J up. Go ahead.
Word. He had Ray J hooked up all week at the Hip Hop Squares. All right, well, we got 10 minutes here. We'll just do this real quick. The question is, if you bomb, do you stick around or do you leave the club right after your set? Okay, so I love this question because I remember when I first started doing comedy, and I took the biggest stinker I ever, one of the biggest stinkers I took. I was so embarrassed to stay, and I was too embarrassed to leave. Oh, yeah. So what did you do? Just stood there and just felt stupid. Because if I left, I know that they would have been like, we got it. What about you? Oh. And by staying, I tried to make it seem like I didn't care. Yeah. But it was just kind of eat me alive. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, like not to brag, but like I haven't bombed in it's been like a long time since I bombed. But the last time I remember bombing was when it was I did a show
And the host was like, yeah, he's a real funny dude and stuff. And then, like, the crowd, though, they was like, I was pulling teeth with them niggas. Dang. And, like, they wasn't laughing at nothing until the end where I finally just, like, you know, I was like, I'm going to go, like, I kind of did the self-deprecating, like, I'm going to go home and cry about this. And that's when they all start laughing and shit. And then the host went back up, like, hey, y'all, Rubyn is funny, y'all. I fucks with him. He's like, that's the homie. He is funny. He's like, but nigga, tonight was not your night. And then everybody started laughing. But I wasn't really tripping, though, because I'm not. People say, like, as a comedian, I'm not supposed to blame the crowd, but I was like, no, the crowd was. I was like, the crowd was on that bullshit tonight, though. So that's why I stayed because it was like I wasn't really tripping. I'm just like, oh, they was tough tonight, so it is what it is.
I had a set like that one time. The crowd wasn't a big crowd, and sometimes when this crowd is smaller, it's harder to get them on your side. And I had done a set that I had just done a couple of days before to a big room, and I got like huge laughs. And then I did this crowd, and they was just looking at me like, "Bitch, get off the stage." And you know what I said? I said, "Look, this shit is funny," because I just said this to an audience, and they was laughing. I was like, "I'm doing my job as a comedian." I said, "Y'all not doing y'all job as a crowd." I said, "Y'all are bombing right now." I told them they was bombing. I was like,
when you say that to an audience, like I did the other night, it's like. It's like a dude telling a chick like she ain't giving up no pussy, and you be like, "Oh, I can have any chick I want," and then she be like, "Well, nigga, why ain't you with them then?"
Well,
like,
shit. Nah, but they got on my side after I said that because I was like, "I'm doing my job as a comedian. Y'all are bombing as a crowd." I was like, "Y'all are terrible. You got one job to laugh. And y'all ain't doing your job."
I don't care at all.
Yeah, me neither. I'm at a point in my career I don't care no more. I'm just like, "Hey, nigga, you can't win them all."
But that was probably.
But bombing really hurts when you like when you on the up and coming. You know,
when you're on the up and coming, that's
when it hurts. You be like, oh, but nowadays, because you know, at this point, you know you good, so you be like, hey, nigga, it just wasn't my night.
I don't think I ever bombed enough to want to run out the club, but, I just was like, well, that was a tough crowd, or this just wasn't my night. You know what I mean?
I brush it off, and
I don't want the
but it does hurt, though, when you do the same exact set, and it don't work.
Yeah, you be like, wait, what happened?
You be like, damn, like, this shit is not hitting right now. Like, it do fuck with your self-esteem for a day or two. You do be in your head.
The worst bomb I had out here. I mean, the worst one, it was at a non-comedy club. At the spot called Weber's, where they had a live band.
That's the hardest places, the non-comedy clubs, because people ain't coming there to laugh.
But this is set up for comedy because they know it's comedy. And music. So, but this particular night, the audience wasn't really feeling the comedy because the comedian before me, who was very funny, went up. They wasn't giving her the energy that I felt as though they should have gave her. But I had just did the room the week before and killed it. And I killed it with this improv with the band. Talk about how the band members, when they be playing, how they be communicating and looking at each other, and the drummer be all like, this whole improv with that, and that killed the week before. So I went up the next week. I had my girl with me, her friends, and her friend had other friends. And they was
that's why that hurt.
And they was all, well, no, by the time she done seen me perform 1,000 times, so she get it. But her and her friend was all like, to their friends that came out of town, Trey about to go up. He's hilarious.
Oh, yeah.
So everybody hyped to see
me.
But I'm already peeping how the artist is treating a comedian up there already.
So you see,
you already knew.
So I go up there and they ain't fucking with me. So I've been in this game long enough to know when they ain't fucking with you, stay in the pocket. Don't start scrambling going outside the pocket. What my black ass decided to do was, hey, I'm going to go do that improv that I did about the band. And when I did the improv that week before, I went and actually sat on the drums.
Oh, God.
And I impersonated the drummer. The week before, killed it. I said, I'm about to go do that same improv. So I go, sit, lead the mic, walk all the way to where the drum set is, sit by the drum, and start doing it.
Was the band there?
No, the band takes a break.
Oh, okay.
I'm doing it complete silence. And the worst part about it was I had to get up from the drum set and walk all the way back to the mic. That walk seemed like a mile long. And I'm getting up and all I can hear me tripping over the chords and shit from the mic. And I walk back to the mic, it's dead silence, and I'm just like, hey man, that shit worked last week.
No, here go my worst bomb story. I was 16. And my school had an annual fashion show in the springtime, so they have talent, niggas who be trying to rap stuff, do it, and all that stuff. So I decided I'm gonna try some stand up. So I did the audition, killed the audition. I had a joke about teacher's breath stank, so I did that. No, so I did that, and that's what won everybody over. But then the teacher who ran the fashion show was like, you can't say that joke because the kids will start saying that people's breath stink. And I was like, okay. Now I'm 16 at the time. I ain't had but like 3 jokes.
Right.
So I was like, fuck. So that kind of threw me for a loop. Yeah. So it made me kind of have to re-scramble, and I had to come up with another joke.
Yeah.
So they called me up, and tonight's the night of the show. Oh, then they told me too that you're gonna come up twice. You're gonna come up, in one break and come back in the second break.
Oh God!
So the first
3 jokes.
So the first break, I went up and it's like they gave me a joke. They was like, all right, nigga, let's see. The first joke didn't hit. Then in the middle of my second joke, I just heard. Boo! It's the gym. It's the biggest show of the year. The gym is full. Yeah, the whole school is there, and you just hear boo. I was like boo, and then the boos start coming in, and then I finished strong. I'm like I'm gonna take this I'm gonna take it on the chest. And I was like, all right, y'all, thank y'all. So then I'm like, that's my time. You just hear boo the whole time. Man. Then what made it worse, so the fast show keep going back, and all of a sudden the host girl was like, yeah, you know what, girl, I need another laugh. Y'all give it up for Rubyn. So then I come out to the boo. So they're like, y'all give it up again for Rubyn. It's like, boo. But then I had one joke that I used to do, and it was my guaranteed. Like, yeah.
I would have went with this breath stink joke.
Me too. I'm like, fuck that bitch.
But I was a goody two shoes in school, so it was like I was just like extra scared. Like I don't want to get in trouble. So even though, like looking back, like nigga, you should have just said that. Yeah, you should. But yes, I ended on my church joke though. And I was still getting boos, like, because they booed like the whole time I was talking. Yeah. But by the end of the joke, though, the boos had subsided, and you could hear a little bit of laughter coming through. Yeah. But then, so that was that Friday, man, nigga. That Monday, all I could hear walking down the hall. Nigga, you heard about that comedian? Nigga, you heard about that nigga who got booed? Like niggas was coming up to me like, nigga, was you the comedian that got booed? Right. My homies was coming like, nigga, we heard what happened. I was like,
were they booing you in the hall? Because that's the kind of ass.
Nah. But real talk though, it was this bad little Puerto Rican chick though. She ended up talking to me off of that because she thought I was really funny. Like, shit. But she was like hella bad though. She was like, yeah, so you were like really funny. Like, I really enjoyed you and shit. That's funny. But I was lame and ain't had no game and didn't realize she was really like, trying to holler at me. Yeah, but I was just like thank you. I was just so in the funk. Yeah. I was just like, I don't care about this shit. I felt like she was being fake. Like, Oh, but man. Yeah, that's the worst though, man. Going back up to bomb again. Like,
right. All right, so these two got fancy things to do after this, so we're gonna wrap up. That was for the people in the back. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you, Pretty Red. She said you're funny as fuck, and I love you. I appreciate that. I love it. My name is Brooklyn. You can follow me on Instagram at It's Brooklyn Jones or on my website itsbrooklynjones.com.
Hey, this is Rubyn. You can find me on all social media at Rubyn Comedy, RUBYN Comedy.
And this is your boy, Trey Elliot. Follow me on social media, Trey Elliot, TREYELLIOT. Peace.
Peace out. That was for the people in the back. Love y'all.